Today, I'm going to talk about the 11 habits that will change your life and business. So the first habit that will change your life and business is create more than you consume. Most people are on social media and all they do is to scroll. If you're one of those people, today repent. Because in order for you to propel your life forward, you need to be able to create than you consume. We spend a lot of time in the morning, afternoon, and even in the night when we're supposed to go to bed, we'll be sitting up watching through social media feeds. We all know that the only people who can gain from the social media thing are the people who are creating content and the people who have products, services, or digital products to sell. So if you're not one of those people and you feel like you're kind of behind, I'm really going to suggest, it's just a suggestion, it's not a force. You can do whatever you want to do with your life. But I'll suggest that you start creating more content than you consume. This can completely transform your life. Number 2, listen more than you speak. How many times do we come across someone that all the time they're just talking, and they never actually get the chance to be able to listen to what other people have to say? We all don't like being around people like this because we feel like they only think about themselves and they don't think about anybody else. So if you are the type of person that you do not listen, you are missing out on a lot of opportunities, because throughout our days, people are telling us their problems, their pains, challenges. And if you put on your entrepreneur cap on, you realize that these challenges and these problems and all these different things that they are telling you on a daily basis, they are business opportunities right in front of you. Because most of the time we pray to God like, God, give me a business idea. God, give me a business idea. And people are all around us telling us, but we don't pay attention. In order for you to be able to propel your life forward or transform your life, try as much as possible to be able to listen more than you speak. You learn so much about people, and it's going to give you a good idea on what direction you can move when it comes to starting your business or growing your business. Number 3, invest than you spend. How many of us often spend, and we never take some money out or even time out to invest? I see a lot of times that when people start to make money, the first thing they start to do is they start to increase their spending rather than their investing. And I spoke to a friend of mine the other day, and we're just talking about finances. And he was telling me, what am I doing to get ahead? And I was like, I try to not overspend. I try and keep my expenses low. And that's one of my biggest hacks, because as a business owner, I don't pay myself an exuberant amount of money. I make sure that I take the money and put it back in the business. But the money that comes to me from the business, I try as much as possible not to try and go on a spending spree. Most of the time we find ourselves in this situation. If you have this situation or you have this circumstance happening in your life, do your best in order to change from being a spender to being an investor. It's going to change your finances. It's going to change your life. And if you don't even have the money to invest, you can invest your time to learn a skill, and you can flip it over in order for you to start moving towards the direction that you want to go. Number 4, focus more than you get distracted. How many of us are constantly distracted on social media? We're distracted by things that we see that our friends are doing. We're distracted by our surroundings, environment, so many distractions. And in this day and age, in this TikTok era, there's just so many things that can distract us. And if you personally ask me, the biggest leverage any of us can have in this day and age is our ability to be able to be laser focused, because almost everybody and their auntie, their uncle, and their grandfather and everybody are all distracted. So in order for you to get ahead of 90% of the population, if you give yourself the opportunity to be more focused, you are more likely to do better than the average person. Number 5, exercise more than you overeat. This is a big one. I don't know why. I'll put some food on my plate and I'm like, this is not a lot of food. But anytime I eat it, I realize that, man, I've eaten more than I should. So I'm making a deliberate effort on cutting down on how much food I'm eating, because I do exercise, I do workouts every morning. I try and sit-ups, push-ups, walk, do a number of different things. But the problem we have is not just the activities that we need to put in. We also need to watch the amount of food we consume in our body, and not just any food. The types of food you eat actually affect the energy you have throughout your day. If you can do one thing, change your habits. Try not to consume too much food. Try as much as possible to exercise more than you eat. Number 6, give more than you ask. How many people need this one? Most people on social media are finding means and ways on, how can you help me? How can you do this for me? How can you get this? How many people have sat down today to say that today I'm going to take time out to see how I can actually help someone. I'm going to take time out to be able to see how I can actually give than I ask. And it's going to change the dynamics of everything for you, or most of the things for you, because most people are in a mindset of they always are just looking for what people can do for them. And once you flip the script and you'll be the type of person that you can actually start giving more than you asked, you start realizing that you have more leverage in this life. And the thing about the law of giving is the more you give, the more you even get. It's not, you don't even have to try and get. Once you start giving, you start getting. I remember when I was posting a lot of content on social media, I was just giving tips, giving strategies, giving everything. And I realized that my business was getting a lot more forms that were filled on our website. Without me even asking anybody anything, people were going out of their way to try and search our business, to try and find out what I did in order for them to work with me, consultations, all sorts of things. And it made me realize that sometimes we spend so much time trying to have the hack and the thing that we can do to get people's attention. But if we just lead by giving, it makes a big difference. Number 7, do more than you say. Most of us, we have big mouths that at the beginning of the year, we start telling people all the things that we want to do, all the things that we are going to do. But in order for us to be able to build more trust in ourselves and our own ability, we need to learn to flip the script on, rather than talking about all the things that we're going to do, actually start doing it, put in the work, and let the results speak for itself. Most often, we think that we just have to shout out our goals from the top of the mountain, and there's nothing wrong with it, especially if people know your goals. I believe they can hold you more accountable to ask you, what are you doing with that goal? But the thing is, don't let your mouth be bigger than your hands or your brains or all the different things you need to use to be able to get the results you need to get. Do more than you say. I don't need to spend more time on this, and we can move to the next one. Number 8, read more than you watch TV. How many people need this? Netflix, all the TV programs, all the TV shows, all the different things that you're watching on TV, and you don't realize that these people on TV are actually working. From the sports people to the weather people to the newscasters to the people running ads on your TV screens, they are all working. And nothing wrong with consuming TV if you're where you want to be. But if you're not where you want to be, why are you spending all these ungodly amount of hours watching television? Watching someone tell you their vision. What about you? I'm sure you also want to tell other people your vision. Move from the mindset of, I'm going to consume TV, to more of, I'm going to do something different, like read a book, like listen to a podcast, like do something that can add some value to your life, and your future self is going to thank you. Number 9, network more than you isolate yourself. How many of us try and start a business and we are trying to do it in isolation? We think that we just have this secret thing we are working on, and we just don't want to find other people we can collaborate with or network with. If you know one thing about business, you realize that you need to network. You need to find other people who align with your goals and with your visions. And those kind of people are the people who are going to help you in order for you to get it from usually an idea state to be able to turn it into a tangible thing. Once you get around other people who are doing the thing that you want to do, you start seeing more traction and more momentum in the thing that you want to do. So network, meet other business owners, talk to them, find people who have done the thing that you want to do, and start moving towards that direction. Because if you isolate yourself, chances are if you're moving in the wrong direction, you don't even know. Being around the right people can help you get to your destination faster. So don't avoid this. Number 10 is take more action than you speak. How many of us can make good use of this? A lot of times people talk about all the things they're going to do and spend very little time on the action steps they need to take in order for them to get to where they want to get to in their life and business. So don't be one of those people that you always are just talking about all the things you're going to do and you never spend time to do the things you need to do to get your life and business forward. Take action. Action speaks louder than words. Spend some time taking action, then you talk about the goals and dreams that you have, and you are more likely to achieve it than most people, because most people talk and they don't do anything. So if you take more action than you speak, you'll be ahead of a lot of people. And my phone is ringing right now, but I need to finish this video, so I keep going. Number 11 is appreciate than you criticize. Many times we spend time criticizing people who have done us wrong, and all of us know somebody who have done something that they didn't need to do, or we're not happy about what they did. But rather than spending your time criticizing and looking for the wrong things people have done in your life, look for means and ways to appreciate the little 1% of people that have actually made a positive impact in your life. Sit down and just assess your life. Like, do you know anybody that is in your circle or made it outside of a circle, meaning that maybe you found somebody online who shared some information with you that was helpful, or you have a distant friend you hardly speak to, but you really appreciate the impact they had in your life. Find means and ways that you can reach out to these people and appreciate them as much as you can, and let them know how much you appreciate them, and spend more time appreciating people than you criticize them, because all of us could do with a little bit of grace. All of us have said things we didn't need to say to other people. Take some time out and try as much as possible to appreciate more than you criticize. It's going to change a lot of things in your life that can help benefit you and your business. If you enjoyed this video, my name is Ken Buari. I'm going to be posting more content here about mindset, marketing, and making money online. So if you enjoy any of these three, make sure you give me a like and a follow. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.